Hey guys, what's up? Team 3D on deck. Trying to set up the camera. Alright guys, quick wisdom video. Lazy people are kings. Simple. Lazy people are kings. What do I mean by that? By the way, I was at work today, right? And I was just thinking, every time I'm at work and I'm on self-checkout, for example, it's pretty boring, so I just sit back and think and try to come up with, new wisdom quotes. I love doing it. I love just trying to come up with new quotes, new philosophies on life, new perspectives. I observe everything that's going on because I'm just standing there checking people out. And I look at people come in and go. I study everything, you know what I'm saying? I learned that from engineering, so it really helps. But anyway, and I came up with this. I realized, kind of like an epiphany, a revelation. Lazy people are kings. We are the uncrowned kings. That's why I try to motivate you guys so much, because you won't know your potential until you see somebody else that was lazy the way you were, which is me, for example, doing great things. So I just pull out like a receipt, a piece of paper, and I start writing things down, just writing stuff nonstop. Because if I don't write, I forget. I got like a lot of stuff going on in my life, so I have bad memory. So I gotta write all this stuff down. Let me try to condense everything in a 5 minute video. I'll see if I can. First of all, the reason why I'm saying that is because I remember what Donald Trump said. Because remember, guys, I told you I learned wisdom from everybody. I steal it left and right, left and right. I don't care if Jesus can get wisdom from looking at snakes. If Solomon can get wisdom from looking at mold on the wall and ants and whatever, you can get wisdom by looking at a billionaire. I don't care what the person's personality is. It's just it's there. Obviously, to get to the top, you need some kind of wisdom. And even if you got to the top without wisdom, you need wisdom to stay there. And he said something very interesting. He said, I always give a difficult task to a lazy person because they will always find an easy way to do it. If you think about it, that's pretty smart, and that's pretty true. Thing about lazy people is the only reason why we're lazy is because we have no direction. That's why the whole Team 3D thing, dominant discipline direction, we have no direction. So like I said before, we're like this beautiful Mustang that has no steering wheel, doesn't know where to go. So it's just sitting there, just looking pretty. Now, I know the society looks down on us lazy people, but really we have the most potential. If you think about it, as an engineer or studying engineering, I realized every time the professor would give us a project, I will always pick the lazy people in the class. Because I knew we procrastinate, but the time before the project is due, we get stuff done. And believe it or not, this year I had an engineering project, and I waited till the weekend before it was due. It was due on a Monday. I waited till the weekend before it was due, and I got together with my lazy crew. We were the only team that got an A the first try, an A. And it was a project that takes 3 months to do. We got it in 2 nights. 2 nights. That's to show you the potential of lazy people when you ignite them with a cause. Um, People like to say necessity is the mother of invention. I say if necessity is the mother of invention, then laziness is its father. Because if you really think about it, it's because of laziness the technology evolves. What do I mean? People invented vacuum cleaners because motherfuckers got tired of using broomsticks. Think about it. Somebody got it one. It was like, you know what? I'm tired of doing this shit. Let me come up with a way to, vacuum all this shit all at once. Bam, vacuum cleaner. I'm pretty sure I'm not. That's not how it went. But I'm pretty sure the person who invented to put a sail on the boat. I'm pretty sure they used to row all day long. And they're like, you know what? I'm tired of rowing to get from this side of the river to the other side. Look, it's windy. Let's just put up a sail and let the wind push the boat. It takes laziness and not just necessity, but laziness to actually make inventions work. So, for example, I wrote down here. I can't even read my own handwriting. Anyway, fuck it, freestyle. So, guys, laziness is kind of like it's a sign. It's not a bad thing, you know. What I mean, it's bad if you're not moving, but it's a sign that you have a lot of potential that you're sitting on top of, and all you have to do is wait for the right moment to unleash everything. One one secret I would say, because what helped me break out of my lazy web was I would say two things: pain and trust. What I mean by pain, every time I think about something that caused me pain or something that hurt me, it motivates me to get up and inspires me to get up and get moving. And every time I feel like I'm being trusted with something, or I feel like I'm responsible for something, it inspires me to get up, and just, do the impossible. So the number one way I would say to fight your laziness, to overcome it, right, is to set a goal. I always say that. It's so important. And don't set it just a regular goal. Set an impossible goal. Set an impossible goal. I wrote down here, actually, let me see. Um, yeah, I put 3 steps, right? Number one, set an impossible goal. Number two, believe that you've been entrusted with the completion of that goal. So just set an impossible goal, because like I always say, even if you don't accomplish an impossible goal, you will still accomplish more than what the average person is trying to do. People say I'm trying to gain 5 pounds of muscle in 6 months. That's pretty possible. So that's not something that's gonna motivate you to get up and get on your grind. But if you tell yourself I'm trying to gain 50 pounds of muscle naturally in 5 months, yeah, it's impossible. But trust me, you're gonna work so hard and you're gonna go so hard that you're actually gonna probably gain 10 or 15. You never know. Just push yourself. Try to accomplish more than what you're going for. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to fly, try to go for the moon. You know what I'm saying? And I put number 2, believe that you've been entrusted with the completion of that goal. Believe that that impossible goal that's never been accomplished has been, the task has been given to you. And it's up to you to prove people wrong. Right? So whether you succeed or not, the journey is going to motivate you. The unfolding is going to motivate you. And number 3, that's it. Once you set an impossible goal and you believe that you're being trusted, you're the only one on earth who's been trusted with that task. You'll be amazed at how possible an impossible goal becomes. So try that. If you're lazy, just set an impossible goal. And now you're thinking, well, I don't know what goal to set. How do I know what goal to set? It's simple. Look for the pain. I always say this on Facebook. Look for the pain that remains unhealed. Look for the pain that you have that nobody can heal, that's tormenting you. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be emotional. It could be mental. It could be something that happened to you that's still painful. Every time you think about it, you cringe. Think about that, because that will always be enough fuel and enough anger to get you going. So think about a pain that you have to endure and set a goal based on that. Say, for example, I will never have to go through this again. I'll make sure nobody else goes through that again. And that will give you a goal that will last forever, because every time you get up and you feel that pain, that emotional pain or that mental pain, you go, nah man, I gotta make this happen. I gotta make this happen. So let me see if I covered everything that I wrote down. Yeah, I mentioned the pain and trusting. Yeah, the 2 things that will inspire any lazy person: pain and trust. Pain, the pain that remains unhealed, and trust. Knowing that you've been given a task, knowing that you're responsible for something, gives you a sense of dignity, a sense of purpose, and it motivates you. You know. And yeah, man, that's what I wanted to say. Lazy people, don't just let people tell you, hey, you lazy, you'll never amount to nothing. No, your laziness is a sign of your potential. It's a sign. The only thing you're missing is direction. That's why it's dominance, discipline, direction. Because you could be dominant, you could have discipline, but if you don't have a goal, you don't have a direction, you're useless. All right, guys. Try not to make these videos long, but I went over the 5-minute mark. Hopefully, next time I'm at work, I'll try to write more shit and share it with you guys. All right. Team 3D, fellas. Team 3D.